Radical Islam and boring Islam. Where's red? Is this red?
It says.
Oh, there it is.
It says the color.
I was looking at the car. Color blind. I'm just gonna play silver.
You can't read.
I was looking at the car.
Oh.
Shut up. I used to play this kid when I was a game.
Oh yeah. Now you're a player, not a game.
Now you're playing with game. This game's a lot of fun. I wonder if it holds up.
We shall see. Oh yeah, look at that speedometer action.
Yeah, it's actually kind of neat.
It's pretty
It is. These dank ass turning controls though.
You can turn the game audio off.
Yeah, you know what? I appreciate you more. Can you please make the sounds for all of everything that I do? Can you do sounds for what I'm doing in real life too? Alright, smart ass, don't spit on me. I'm gonna freaking turn around and...
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
What are you gonna do? You gonna drive in that fence? You gonna drive right into that fence? Oh my god!
That was awesome.
I want to fuck everybody.
You gonna freaking mock me for being cool?
Yeah.
Well,
Not being able to read.
take this lesson, kids. Even if you're good... No, that's say Crystal Lake.
Camp Crystal.
I remember driving into those those
one.
freaking... What am I thinking of? I remember driving into those, like, blocked off roads and being like, oh god, if I just try hard enough, I can get over it.
Yeah, trying to boundary break.
Trying to boundary break as a kid. Because you think, like, look at this. Look how sick this is. It's like a little plaza.
Yeah.
This
Oh my
looks like
god,
that-
you killed that man!
No, he died.
Oh!
This looks like that plaza that we live near.
Mm,
You know the one, yeah.
Yes. Yes, it does. This is surprisingly a lot of detail. I wasn't expecting all
Yes.
this.
EA has always been very good about their graphics.
Not about their...
Not about their business practices, but their graphics are good. EA...
Eating assholes. Erectile animals. Erectile dysfunction.
Hey, has anybody ever done a freaking Let's Play of a racing game before?
I don't know.
I mean, how many different times can you say, oh, left? Okay, right? Okay.
I did do a Mario Kart, right?
Yeah, but Mario Kart has things going on. This is just a racing game I wanted to play.
Well, so we're only doing one episode.
Okay, maybe it'll be a one-off. Unless by some miracle I have enough car stories. I should, actually, because my...
Hot
Excuse me.
Wheels!
Hot Wheels, yeah, oh man. I had this sick bucket of Hot Wheels when I was a kid.
I think it's downstairs.
That's not all of them.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, that's probably 1/16 of the Hot Wheels I had when I was a kid.
Damn.
Yes, I inherited?
Yes.
Um,
Somebody died?
no.
Passed down?
More like gifted.
I guess.
Kind of gifted. Whatever, I
Passed down.
would get, like, just buckets of Hot Wheels secondhand, and I'd be glad to have it. I was just happy to have more cars, because I loved cars when I was a kid.
Did you get to build a little garage for them?
No.
Cool.
Well, I did, but it was made out of cardboard, and
Yeah.
for whatever reason, I was like, oh, okay. Now that I've done this and put a car in it, it's time to break it down, because I've done everything I can do with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you couldn't
yeah.
even utilize it as like a play set? Yeah.
I've always had a good imagination. Even in my youngest days, I had a great imagination. But when it came to practical applications of these kinds of things, I was like, yep, that served its purpose.
You
And
could have made it like a spaceship garage.
I could have done anything. But guess what? That's not real. So I didn't do it. Yeah.
That's why the guy beat you.
Yeah.
That's
It's also
why-
really freaking hard. Anybody noticing how freaking hard this is?
It's old.
It is.
It's very old.
This game's just like pulling me by the teeth.
What was that card game we played at GameWorks that had a cow?
In a cow?
Yeah. There was a cow. We were laughing about the cow.
What was the cow doing?
Mooing.
Oh, it was just doing cow stuff?
Yeah. I don't remember if we hit him or not, but there was a cow in that game. And it was the one that...
Shit!
Hey!
I keep pushing square because it's muscle memory with this game, but I'm not gonna win.
No.
I'm not gonna win. I'm back out.
No! You gotta...
Well, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back.
Alright.
But there's just nothing I can do. I should probably have done a little bit more prep than none at all. You were cow.
Not for sale.
You were talking about cow mode.
Yeah, I don't remember what that racing game was. It was arcade. It was like in the corner.
God, you're right. Was it Cruis'n USA?
I don't know. It just controlled funny.
What is this?
It was like heavy.
Oh,
It was
neato.
either really heavy or really loose. There's no in between. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that feature.
This car sucks. Why did I play it so much? I played almost specifically. I drive the Countach.
Countach.
Stop. Wait a minute.
Crotch.
Is this car just better in every way but braking?
Probably. That's usually how it goes.
What the hell? I'm gonna play the freaking F1. I loved cars when I was a kid. I was way into cars. Oh, charcoal. Oh yeah, that's the one I always played. What else color is there? Charcoal. Got it.
I liked Hot Wheels. My brother. Oh man, did you ever what was it? It wasn't like 100 cars, but it was something. It was like a really big amount of cars that came in a tube, and they were all like plastic.
Yeah, they were. It was probably like 100. It was either like 50 or 100.
Yeah.
And they were all like you could still smell the slave tears.
Yeah, I very vividly remember chewing on a few of them.
That's all they were good for, because they didn't freaking roll.
They didn't roll.
If you rub those
They
things,
fall apart.
if you rub them, if you ran those things across the carpet, the second they snag like a single dog hair, they're worthless.
Yeah. They sucked really bad. So yeah, I remember me and my brother, because they were a gift to him. But when there's like 100 of them, who gives a shit?
Yeah, he's not gonna miss them.
So we would just like pull them apart, and I mean, we didn't know. Well, I wouldn't say we, because I learned the value, but like we didn't really know the value of shit, because we just everything we broke or lost, it was replaced without much punishment. So it didn't do good things. Yeah, I remember chewing on these crappy plastic freaking slave cars. They were awful.
They were awful.
And that was like, you know how grandma gets you a gift. Oh my god, okay, before you go into your tirade,
I'm not going to. You go.
Fucking, alright. You ever go up to your grandparents when you get a new little console, right? And
No.
they're like, what do you want for Christmas or your birthday or whatever the fuck? And you're like, I want a video game.
Yeah.
And their brain goes, Pong, right?
Yes.
They don't know what the fuck a video game is.
They get the U-Draw tablet.
Yeah. So, you go, oh... And they go, well, what for? Because they at least know that there's many, right?
Yes.
So you very specifically tell them Nintendo DS, and they go, okay. They get to the store, and I imagine this is how it went down, is Grandma went to Target, and she saw the prices on the Nintendo DS games. And although she knew I loved Pokemon, she kind of stared at them, and was just like, I ain't paying that shit. And so, I got, what did I get? Because I was a child.
I don't remember.
And watch cartoons.
Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Cars.
Oh, hold on. This is the Cars GBA game.
Yoshi!
My brother got the Cars GBA game.
Oh.
That is shit.
That Cars GBA game is freaking impossible.
Yes.
It runs like a dream, but it is impossible.
You miss one speed strip, you are fucked. You cannot miss one.
Oh god, I crashed into the city hall.
But yeah, the DS one tried to utilize the touchscreen. Woo woo. So in the middle of a race, you had to use the touchpad to like take out the tire and replace it. Fucking nightmare.
Wow.
It's not that responsive, or maybe I was stupid, but I was so pissed. Cars had already been out for, I think, a couple of years at least.
Came out in like 2006.
Yeah, and I got the DS. I got my DS when Pokemon Mystery Dungeon came out, so you can do the math.
Wow.
But yeah, that was my fucking birthday present, and I was like, "What should I get?" Ah, the fucking $15 Cars game. Eat my ass.
Oof.
Garbage. I opened it twice, and I was like, God, this sucks.
Opened it twice?
Yeah, I turned it on to play it, and I was like, this sucks. I tried to go back one time, and I was like, nope.
Maybe, yeah. There's always a thing that you return to, even though it freaking sucked, and gave you a terrible time, you'll return to it and be like, maybe I was just being a little bitch. And no,
I-
9 times out of 10, I wasn't being a little bitch. I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
No,
but
no, wait, that's not true. It's like 3 times out of 10.
You
so
know what though?
It's always worth going back, kids.
Yes. It beats that 101 games in one or whatever that you got. What was it? Like 30 games in one. One of those fucking garbage. Like, oh, he likes games. Get him Mancala. What is it called?
Okay. That was not me.
Okay. I mean, that's a fine gift, right? Physical game? Physical
Yeah,
board
yeah,
game
I did
thing.
get a
That's
little
kinda
physical-
Cool. I wish
That,
we had one right
that
now.
was pretty sick. I did get a little physical Mancala, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
I love...
Chinese checkers and
Like,
shit.
I
got
love...
one of those.
I love games of all kind.
Yeah.
Just the idea of how cultures, like, developed leisure throughout history, and how they've changed. Like, this is like... Like, look at this shit. You wouldn't even dream is like pretending to race
Yeah.
in a video game. Because you just do it with horses and, like, you just, like, run.
Yes.
So why would you want to pretend? Oh, because it's actually the sickest. That's why you do it. Can second place please work? Oh, this isn't the last lap.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
good.
it's time to go.
Well,
It's time to go.
now I have to either maintain second or take first and hold it.
Get him. Take the purple down.
Oh.
Anyway,
Anyway.
101 games.
101 games, that sucked. Okay, so one time I visited my mom in another state, one time, and she had this friend. I had a Wii, and all I had with me was, I think it was either Brawl or Wii Sports Resort. I think it was Wii Sports Resort.
That's
Yeah, it
okay.
was. So that's not bad, but there's only so many times you could do Showdown before it just gets freaking old and it's not fun anymore.
Yeah, your arm gets tired.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't want to swing a sword right now, I want to shoot a gun.
Yeah.
Or at least maybe that's just me, but anyway. That,
The
right?
Wii was not the most
The Wii was-
long-lasting. Yeah.
The Wii was a side chick at best.
Yeah.
So her friend's like, oh, I got some games for you to play. I don't know if they're for that system, though. Sweet as honey, that woman, except for with the kids. Really mean to him, honestly. Kind of abusive. Anyway, she brings in these 2 games, both of them for the Wii, and I said, well,
Cool.
okay. What were they?
What were they?
101 party games.
Mm,
What was the other one?
what was the other one?
Poker.
Oh, yeah! I remember you told me that you just hit the buttons and you were
Yeah,
like, I guess.
that game was programmed like shit. I still don't know how to play poker. I love card games. I hate poker.
You
I
won.
hate casino games. I won the race. I hate casino games. I hate poker. I hate all that shit. That game is coded like shit. So I would just hit. Oh, put my name.
PP.
Beef.
Beef. There's the cow!
Continue. Continue. Come on!
Ah!
I just want to play this game. Anyway.
You didn't know the terms.
I didn't know the terms. I didn't get anything. Was it call, raise? What is this shit? I still don't know what that shit means. You were watching freaking Sopranos the other day, and they were like, "Oh, I'm gonna call, I'm gonna raise." Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what that was. That was 7 cards.
I don't give a
I've
shit. They
never-
were gambling. It was gambling lingo. I don't give a freaking shit. I don't care.
I know Texas Hold'em. That's it. I helped you with Red Dead.
That was rad. Cause you were like, okay, you have those cards. Just call, raise, or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. I pushed the button, and they were like, shit, I can't out-pizza this, huh? And then they just left.
He looked at me like a wizard.
Yeah, you told me secrets and codes and stuff.
I'll do it again.
Anyway, so since that game was coded like shit, I just pushed freaking
All in.
every time, and every time I did that, the guy would fold.
That's one way to go.
It worked. It just got boring, and I was like, well, I'm tired of pushing the win button, so I'm gonna play my actual video game. Though, something rad. My mama took me to a game store the very next day. Oh, you big son of a bitch. Oh, I freaking hate you. I hate you. Anyway, my mama took me to the game store. Guess what game I got?
What'd you get?
Excuse me, I choked. Well, there was a game I had my eye on.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, they didn't have it.
Okay.
But
Pull it!
I'll come back to that because I ended up getting that game. What I did get was 2 games.
What'd you get?
House of the Day.
Ooh.
2 and 3. And also, I think I got Red Steel. No, I got that for myself
Carcass.
another time. I got a different game, but I don't remember what it was. And I didn't keep it. So I took it home, and it just wasn't fun.
Okay.
For me, I don't know. It just wasn't fun. So I was like, huh. Maybe I can... I've never done this before because I wasn't a little shit kid. And I hope my mom doesn't come across this. Because I don't really want to own up to this. Because I'm so far removed from it.
You were very young.
But I lied.
Yeah.
I said, hey, mama, this game don't work. Oh, no, wait. It didn't. Okay, I thought I lied for a second. I overreacted, for sure.
Okay.
But, the sound would cut out.
Oh, okay. Well, there was something wrong with it.
Yeah, in House of the Dead 3, the sound would cut out after you got to the second area. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not having fun with this.
TV?
No, it was the disc. Because I tried it on another TV.
Okay.
Because I try to make I try to use all parts of the buffalo.
Mhm.
And
The carcass.
the bullet. And it just wasn't worth it. It was not working for me. So I asked my mom, I was like, yo, can we go back and replace this thing? And she was like, okay. And she took me back the next day. I got a game I had been waiting to play for years.
What was it?
I had been... at the time, I was like 12.
Okay.
And I didn't have access to the internet a lot.
Oh, no.
But I had a phone. And it wasn't a smartphone. It was like a shitty phone. You kids remember Nokia's? It was basically that.
Okay.
However, it could get access to the internet by some wizardry, and it didn't cost money.
Thanks,
So,
Bricks.
yeah, I don't know what that was about. Anyway, when I was at school, I couldn't watch videos, but I could read things.
Yeah.
And what I would read was like top 10 games, top 10 Zelda games and stuff. There was a game I had my eye on. That was cool. a golden chalice, holy grail, if you would.
Mhm.
The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess.
Ah.
Now, everything I had read was that it was a GameCube game, and I said, "Oh man, I gotta get my hands on a GameCube." To this day, I've never touched a GameCube. To this day. But I read that it was ported, and at the time I didn't know what that meant. So I was like, I thought that said something else, that name there. Anyway, so at the time I didn't know what a port was, so I was really worried. I was like, okay, does this mean it came from like directly from Japan or something like that? It just means a game that was on one console originally that was moved to another.
Yes.
So I kept looking it up. I was like, is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess good? And I just read review after review of the Twilight Princess, and it's all these reviews said was, this game is excellent, but it's a port.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I took long enough to get to this point, but whatever.
Yes.
They were all just like, this game is great, but it's a port. And then I'd look up another one, and it was like, the frame rate drops, and there's some weird aliasing on some textures.
So what I'm asking.
Other than that, like, well, that's what I was asking.
Oh.
What's wrong with this game? And they were like, other than that, though, there are no real problems with this game. It's a very solid port. That being said, it is a port. And I was like, what does that mean?
Did you Google what port meant?
Yeah, that's the day I learned what a port was.
Oh.
I was like, what's a port in video games? And they were like, oh, it's just when you move it.
Okay.
Get out of my freaking way, carcass!
So you got
Bullet.
it. You got it.
I did get it, yes. I ended up getting the game. And I wanted to tell a joke. So what I did was I was like, oh, cool, first things first when I got home. And then I ran into the bathroom with the disc. And I was like, what am I doing? And I stood in there and I read the back. And I was
How
like,
old were you?
I was like 13.
Yeah, okay, it's 13-year-old joke.
Yeah. So I was like this, reading the back, and I was like, what am I doing? I hate this. I'm not absorbing any information. I have the thing. I have the TV. I have the access.
Play it!
I could just play this. I've been waiting years for this shit. And then I was like, okay, I left the bathroom finally, grabbed a knife to cut the plastic off because I have an ape's brain. I could have just ripped it or used my teeth or something, but I just used the knife, and I pulled towards myself and almost poked myself in the eye. And from that day on, I never, ever, ever did something that stupid again.
Thank you.
However, I do remember my little sister was always hanging out with my mama and her friend. She suddenly wanted to use the TV I needed to use.
God.
Guess what she was watching?
Sex and the City?
Freaking no. She was watching like VHSs of like Barbie cartoons.
Oh, Christ.
And just like glazing like a ham. She was glazing. She was not paying attention. She was not absorbing.
She was 12.
She was
She had
11.
to have been around 11 or 12.
She was
which
like
is kind of
11.
acceptable, but
No, not acceptable because she did that shit on purpose.
Yes.
She didn't want to watch that shit. She just wanted to keep me from what I was doing because she was a freaking...
go on.
I
Okay.
had to ask my mom to strangle my sister for long enough that I could just boot the disc. That way she couldn't try and boot me off.
Yeah.
Guess what? Worked.
Good.
And when I started that game up, I tried to cry. But I just didn't care as much. I did, though, have a blast with that game. And after finishing the first dungeon, I was like, wait a minute. I'm a fraction of the way through this. And I got really upset, and it soured my entire experience for like a day. Because I was like, this is going to end.
Well, you still
Frick!
speak very highly of Twilight Princess.
Not necessarily.
Well, fondly, I suppose.
I would say it gave me some fond memories, yes. I would say that.
Mm.
I hope third is acceptable. What's with all the freaking oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, what? There's no reason for it. It's been like 2 weeks.
It's almost Freedom
No,
Day.
it's not. It's barely June.
Yeah, and that's almost July. Hold on. Wait, what month is it?
It's June.
Shit, I gotta get my Christmas shopping done. Anyway, Twilight
We
Prince.
wish you a merry jingle balls. We wish you a merry...
Oh
Ah!
no! I didn't.
No!
I saw that coming from a mile away. I'm actually gimping myself.
Stop!
I'm actually gimping myself by being fast because of the rubber banding is so strong that you just can't win if you're too fast.
What the hell?
Yeah. It's hard to make a racing game fun. If you're too good at it, you're just not playing. There's no challenge. It's not fun. But if the rubber banding is too aggressive, it's really hard. I could probably get my place back. I could probably do it. I should probably be using the normal brake. What the hell am I doing?
Sucking.
I kind of want to restart.
No.
Anyway,
No, you live with
Twilight Prince Frick. Twilight Princess. I think it was very important to my development.
Yes.
I solved puzzles in that game. I had a lot of fun with it. However, I will say that Ocarina of Time is the devil. Because Nintendo made Ocarina, and it sold and sold and sold. Then they spent the next, 20 years making Ocarina again.
Yeah.
Every single game was just Ocarina of Time formula, and it wasn't fun. It was groundbreaking back then, and then they just kept freaking doing it. That's why I liked Wind Waker a lot, because it was different, but the sailing isn't fun.
Yeah. King of Lions is cool.
Yeah, there's cool stuff. I wish that they'd make a Zelda game with teeth, like Breath of the Wild, which they're doing a sequel to.
Yeah,
But
well,
Breath of the Wild, Breath of the Wild came too late for me, is what I mean.
Yeah, no, it sucks because it happened with Pokemon too. You start to do some changes, it's too little, too late.
Yep.
I enjoyed them. Okay. I've enjoyed every Pokemon game except for Sinnoh so far, but that was a personal thing. Fucking, what I don't appreciate is people yelling at the developers.
Yeah, that was really annoying.
They're still doing it. They're yelling at the
Oh
Pokemon
my
Go
God.
team for the time crunch consequences of Game Freak.
I shit.
Bitch at Nintendo for requiring a pump.
Requiring a pump?
Like a menu, they want it on a factory roll.
Yeah. I preferred.
You did not
I-
get the top fucking square.
I've never once called a dev lazy. Because game development is really hard. I have made 2 games. And they were shitty Flash games.
Mm-hmm.
But that shit was freaking hard. So to think that... Okay.
Atlantica.
This was my favorite course when I was a kid. To call a dev lazy is unfair. That's just not fair.
You could say uncreative.
You could say that there was some meddling somewhere. Maybe you can kind of see an uninspired project.
Yeah.
But you can't really say that a dev is lazy. That's a lot of work goes into making video games.
You want lazy.
You want lazy? Look at Bethesda.
Oh boy.
The best game they made in the last...
Decade?
What years?
2020.
Yeah, okay, yeah, the best game they made in about the last decade was
Wolfenstein.
they
Doom.
didn't make that. That was Machine Games. They didn't make that. That was id.
Oh, well, tried to give them credit.
Yep. I would say it's Fallout 76, the current state of
Oh,
Fallout
yeah,
76.
as it is now.
And it wasn't even them.
Um,
So never mind.
Just kidding.
The best game that Bethesda made in the last 10 years. Shit. Like, because here's the thing. In my head, I'm hearing people be like, Fallout 4, Skyrim, but success does not equal quality.
What came out the same year as Skyrim? I'm gonna look it up.
Skyward Sword.
Yeah, that was probably really interesting.
Red Dead, I think.
I went to look up Skyrim and I typed in Fallout.
It's okay. I remember reading a thing that was like, to call Fallout Skyrim with guns is to do a disservice to the series. It's a story-based...
2011.
Yeah. 11, I think.
Yeah, they were really proud of that.
They were. They should be proud of that trailer. Oh, frickin' off.
Okay. You've got Arkham City, Modern Warfare 3,
Oh, shit.
Portal 2, Uncharted 3, Battlefield 3, LA Noire, Gears of War 3.
Wow, that was a loaded year.
Deus Ex Human Revolution, Saints Row the Third, Dead Space 2, Dark Souls, Assassin's Creed Revelations, The Witcher 2,
Come on!
Bulletstorm, Crisis 2, Dragon Age 2, Bastion, Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword, Rage, Super Mario 3D Land, Sonic Generations, Rayman Origins, Star Wars
Wow.
The Old Republic, FIFA 12, Dirt 3, Infamous 2, Terraria.
Infamous 2?
Yes.
Wow, that came later than I thought.
DC Universe something. Dead Island.
Dead Island was I thought that was 2009. I think it was delayed.
Oh, okay. Little Big Planet 2.
Yeah.
Warhammer 4000.
4K.
Alice the Menace
4K?
Returns.
That game's not bad.
Mortal Kombat game. I don't know which one. Driver San Francisco.
I think it's just Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Catherine?
Driver San Francisco is awesome, but you can't play it. Let me talk about that real quick.
Okay, I just ran through all these.
So, I
Skylanders.
don't remember who made Driver San Francisco,
Yeah.
but you can't play that game anymore. It is not available for purchase anywhere. You can't get it on Steam. You can't get it on GOG.
Why?
I don't know. I have no idea. There's a video called "The Greatest Game You Can't Play" or something like that, and it's a guy who's reviewing Driver San Francisco, and there's a really interesting part where he talks about second-person gaming, because you have first and third, but what is second?
It's very awkward, especially in writing.
You play a second-person mission in that game.
How?
I'm not going to tell you. Go watch the video, asshole.
Okay. You too, assholes.
But anyway, Driver San Francisco. Can we get that shit going? Can we get that back?
Maybe there'd be a Kickstarter for it.
I'm gonna put a link to the video.
Okay, cool. All this was because Zelda.
Yes.
We were yelling about Bethesda, but
Now I
we
want
already
to
know fuck Bethesda. So
I want to talk about.
Zelda.
It's 2011 actually.
Zelda.
Zelda. Okay, are you gonna make me talk about Zelda right now?
I wanted to finish what we were saying about Zelda.
Okay.
That everything was Ocarina, in the same way that Pokemon is always just Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild was cool, but after a while I was like, this kind of isn't anything.
There's not, like, the combat needed another angle.
Yeah.
Like, it needed a couple more actually, because it was fun to fight. Super Bunny Hop did an excellent video on this, so if you want a more
concise
explanation, then you can go there. I just realized something. We literally finish each other's sentences.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Terror!
Oh, jeez, you actually terrorized me. What was I saying?
Devs are not lazy.
No, it was about breath.
Oh.
So that game is really cool, and there's a lot of really cool stuff in it. I really like the way that they like put the story in, and they had all these like areas that you could recognize. So there's a lot of fan service, but it also ties into a story. You son of a bitch! You watch that man do that. It ties into a story. Of like Hyrule getting destroyed and spoilers, but that game's old.
Yep.
It was really neat. I like what they did. I like that game had teeth.
Yeah.
I thought it was really neat.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it wears thin after the story content is gone, because they do that stupid shit that every Zelda game does, where they warp you to right before the boss fight.
So everything you do was for nothing because you didn't
well,
actually do it yet.
All that boss fight that you did, all that cool shit, was for nothing because it never happened.
It never impacts the world.
All they had to do was remove the freaking blight from
The castle.
from the castle. Remove the malice from the castle, and that's it. You don't even have to redesign anything. You don't have to have people start building up. Just have Zelda like stand around forever, and she's just like, "Oh
Bending
hey."
over.
Maybe she has an animation where she bends over, but I'm not asking for it. Just like if you put that in, then great. But if you don't, then I didn't need it. I didn't ask for it. Why am I just doing that?
No!
Hey kids, you
Hey,
ever come up on
kids.
the end of a one-off? I got you. I like this game and I really want to play it, but
This is...
well, it's just kind of shitty and old. I have nostalgia for this game.
Whoa!
But there's there's some minor destruction. Like I could have destroyed some of the fences in the desert level.
I just thought it was a solid wall, so when we went through it, I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's kind of neat they programmed that in. The thing I was saying though about this was like, as neat as it is, when you turn it off, there's no way to save your progress. So when you turn it off, you lose everything but your times.
What?
Yes. You lose all of your progress. Actually, wait, let's not end it just yet. Because there's something really, really neat in this game that is hidden behind a cheat.
Okay.
And I don't think there's another way to access it.
Okay.
So I'll finish this race and then we'll go into it.
Okay. Hey.
What?
Hey.
What?
Is Blazen's time gonna be 4:20? You like bridges?
I do, Jeff.
Yes. Thank you.
I don't know
I
what...
haven't seen True Grit.
Jeff Bridges and Russell Crowe are basically the same person in my mind because I never remember what they look like.
Jeff Bridges was...
King Leonidas?
No, King Leon... No, the guy was older. I think that was like Dumbledore or something.
King Leonidas was Dumbledore?
From Gladiator?
No, from
Wait, no, that was Marcus Aurelius.
300.
Sorry. Wait, what?
Wait, 300?
King Leonidas. No, that was Gerard Butler.
Who?
300?
Yeah.
Gerard Butler.
Who?
Gerard Butler.
Yes, but who?
From Gamer.
Oh. Hey, I don't know that because I watched that movie. I know that because I know I watched the trailer and my dad was like, that looks pretty cool, right? And I felt insulted that he tried to relate to me. He also tried to use freaking Big Bang Theory to relate to me.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You want to know how he could relate to me?
Talking to you?
Perhaps.
Maybe. Hey, kids.
Don't have kids.
I was gonna I was gonna bring up The Ugly Truth, like anyone gave a shit.
The hell's the ugly truth?
The other movie that Gerard Butler was in with Katherine Heigl or whatever, that was in Grey's Anatomy, the blonde lady.
I don't know.
Yeah? No, he gives her vibrator panties and she wears them to dinner.
Oh yeah, that movie would come on those stupid movie channels all the time. My dad would watch it every time because it was the only thing that was on.
Was it Channel 13?
No.
Or was it like...
It was the movie channel.
Oh. So
Yeah.
like, not HBO, what's the other one? Stars.
I think.
Something like that.
Those channels would play like freaking porn late at night, and
Oh yeah, they would.
I remember my dad, like I was like scrolling through the menu, like 2 hours in advance,
Yeah.
because I wanted to know what was coming on Cartoon Network. Because
Yes.
I mean, I'll still watch Cartoon Network. I mean, I don't because I don't have it. But
we don't need it.
if somebody has TV and got Cartoon Network on, I'll sit there and watch it. I'll just chill.
There was I guess I have a little bit of nostalgia for like I have to watch this at this set time. When's it coming on? It was kind of cool. You
Yeah,
like stay up for
it's
it.
kind of neat. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I gotta stay up till 3 a.m. Like,
Yeah, I really liked. Anyway, so I was like 2 hours in advance in the guide thing on the menu.
Yeah.
And I was like, hold on, aren't they showing Dougal? And I'd never seen Dougal. Son of a bitch, why do I suck so much? Anyway, so I was like, I'd never seen Dougal, and I know it was by Butch Hartman, and I guess I like the Fairly Odd Parents, so let me go check and see if Dougal's coming on. No, it had porn.
Oh.
And so I was like, okay, well, not interested in that. Also, don't want to be seen even reading those words when my dad is right here. It was like Bikini Time Machine or something like
Oh
that.
my god.
I still
At least
remember.
it wasn't like fisting the holes.
Fisting the North Star.
Oh my god. Oh no! Kenshiro.
Hey guys, low-hanging fruit's the easiest one to reach.
Woo!
So anyway, I remember just like that. He was sitting next to me. He gave me that shit that he always did. He gave it to everybody. I was like, oh, freaking shut your mouth, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Again, with the stamp. Put the stamp of hot on his forehead. My ass. I remember.
I wish I could tell that story, but there's a little bit before the ending. So like a week later, I'm just like yutzing around, and I go back to the movie channels to see if there's anything cool.
Yeah.
I didn't often watch movie channels because I didn't give one
But
or
you're
two.
bored.
But there's nothing to do. I still have to exist, and it's not 2020 yet.
Yeah.
Dying Light doesn't exist, and 2's certainly not out yet. So what am I gonna freaking do? I'm gonna try and find some shit to numb myself with, like a proper American.
Yes.
And he just like turns to me and he's like, make sure whatever you're watching, you wouldn't be ashamed if Jesus was right next to you.
Oh Lord.
I was religious
He's
at the
got
time.
some nerve.
And all I could think was, bitch, you got nerve. I came in here, saw Hills have thighs on your screen one time.
Him too?
It was probably during the same time.
Bruh.
It might have been during the same day. Hey, dude, it's fate.
Bruh.
We aligned under the
universe-
stars of cheap porn parodies.
Bruh. Yeah, that probably the same night
Real quick,
that your dad was watching.
real quick.
Yeah?
Want to point something out?
What?
Something that bothered me since I was a kid.
What?
Somebody screwed up.
What? Oh. Oh. Hey. Hey there, Arrows.
So you're driving through, right?
Uh-huh.
Some
That
of
side
these-
says no.
Some of these arrows are freaking weird.
Ugh, I don't like it. Oh, I can't unsee that.
Yeah. I just wanted to point
You
that out.
lose. Yeah, so the same night your dad was probably watching that, like, for actual. I was chilling with my dad, like, really late at night. And he was like, oh, I wonder what's on. Hey, what is this movie? That looks interesting. And he reads it out loud. He goes, The Hills Have Thighs. I was like, that's probably porn. He goes, oh, yeah? He clicks it.
Lo and behold,
Lo and behold, full of titties. Just walking around the desert.
they tried to pack some into it.
Yeah, lots of titties, and there's a fire, and it's nighttime.
Better luck next time. Freaking kiss me.
And this
Kiss
wasn't-
me. Make me feel better.
There was no sort of like, oh no, and like pulling out.
Yeah?
It was just sitting there until I said, okay, we know what this is. I was probably, what, 11?
11?
12?
12?
I don't know. I was pretty young.
Okay.
And I had to get viciously angry and be like, yeah, turn it off! He's like, oh, well, I didn't know. I just wanted to make sure. Bitch, what? What? What?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Platinum? What did that say?
Don't worry about it.
Asari?
It's okay, buddy.
What's going on?
What do you mean?
What's happening?
Absolutely nothing. So we're back, folks. I put in one of those cool cheats. I like this level.
Okay.
I put in one of these cool cheats. Country Roads is rad. It looks like a
Oh.
Country Roads looks like a Silent Hill level, and I thought it was really neat. Lost Canyons is a cooler version of the second map I was on. Aquatica, I don't remember in the slightest. The Summit. Oh wait, I think this is the Silent Hill level.
Okay.
But the room.
I'm sorry.
We're here for the room.
What is that egg?
It is the egg of the room.
Dude, are you allowed to go in there?
Not without the Diablo SV. Oh, frick! Oh, damn it! I wanted to go change my frickin' color.
Ah!
Colors, you have foiled me again.
Was this the best car of the game?
This is the fastest car in the game.
How do you do that?
Single race unlocks extra cars.
Oh, shit.
So this looks like... I don't know what that looks like.
What the hell?
Yeah!
2, 1.
So there's nobody on this track.
It's a Rubik's Cube!
It's the room, dude.
Oh, I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah, so back in the day, you would just, when you're programming a game, there was some downtime, and maybe you'd have some, just nothing, a whole lot of nothing to do. So what would you do? Well, you're on the clock. You get together with a couple of your friends, and you just add some cool shit.
Oh, those were the days.
Oh, were
Having your
they?
work done with time to kill.
Yep. able to make a game with a consistent vision instead of trying to make a freaking bag that can hold everything and isn't heavy.
I hate companies.
I hate a lot of... Oh, wait, hold on. Is there text on that?
I don't know.
I want to see if I can read it. Aliasing pub bullshit. Oh, you can't read that shit.
There was a time, and there was a place.
So this is one of many tracks, and cars, and just things that you could do. Like, you can, on the canyon level...
I like this tunnel.
This is neat. You can turn the police cars into gumballs.
What?
Gumball police.
I like it.
You can change the language of the police with button codes.
To oinks?
Well, you can give them a southern accent. You can make them speak Italian, French. You can make them speak Spanish.
Why?
I think German.
They didn't need to do all that.
They didn't need to do all that. You didn't have to do all. You didn't need to do that. But they did. No, you can tell that this level is like not complete. It's tested and it works, but it's like themed.
It's lacking.
It's themed and that's all it needs to be because it's a creep ass void that we're in.
Yeah.
And this is one of my favorite like eras of just video games and just computer anything, because of how scary it is. None of the horror games on PS1, to my knowledge anyway, used how just like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not dissonant, like other, outside.
I can't think of the word.
Like otherworldly.
Yeah.
That the PlayStation 1's graphic. Like, check this out.
Look at the background.
Listen to this. This level is silent.
Yeah.
There's no music associated with this level. They didn't even assign it a track that's on a different level. It's freaking weird and creepy. This is just fun to do because, like, oh hey, I know the codes.
The background is freaking out. Not you can't see it right now, but the wallpaper
as I
and everything.
turn, watch it. It warps.
Wiggly wobbly woo. Yeah, this is spooky. This is like a little nightmare track.
That might be because of the emulation.
I'm sure.
I already said it straight off the
I
top.
know.
But...
Can.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I like it. I wish more games would like make it shitty on purpose so it was spooky.
That would be like just there's something. I wanted to make a horror game. I've always wanted to make a horror game. One of the things I wanted to do was an enemy that you are not supposed to look at, right?
Well, yeah.
This has been done many times, but you can use shitty programming and just incomplete work to be scary. Like, the thing that I wanted it to do was if you're not looking at it, it won't bother you. But if it enters your view at all, it will lock eyes, like it'll look directly at you.
Like the Enderman?
It'll just like its head around and turn to look at you without the rest of its body stopping, and then it'll just move at a steady pace without any of its body moving. Like, without a walk cycle, it will just move at you.
Enderman does that.
No, he teleports.
Okay.
And what I mean is, like, the model breaks to look at you. So if you're like...
Oh, like the,
if you're on,
the
if you're
Fallout, the head screen thing? What is it?
No.
Okay, go on.
Kind of, but not exactly. Like, the thing that I had in mind was, like, let's say you're on, like, a mezzanine, right? It's just, like, an open flat on a staircase.
Okay.
So you're up there, and the monster thing is like, I don't know, just staring at a wall, and you can hear that it's there, but you don't know what it's doing, which is another thing that would be really interesting, is you could just hear it, but you don't know what the hell it's doing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what this thing wants.
Because you can't look.
But then if you looked at it, instead of it turning its body to face you, its head would just... and its model would just break, and it would make eye contact with you, and start, like, T-pose sliding at you. How freaking unsettling is that?
Assert dominance.
I mean, I don't expect that it would like T-pose actually, but like without a walk cycle, it just starts moving at you.
Yeah.
And then when like, hey, how do you stop it from freaking following you? Do you look away? Are you gonna trust that it will stop when you look away? Do you break line of sight? Can it see you through walls? Just don't explain anything.
I don't want to play that with nightmare.
That's okay. I bet you there's some like small game like on itch.io or something that does that. But like I've always thought that if you just don't complete your horror game, just leave some stuff looking shitty.
It enhances it.
And the PS1 is prime for that because now graphics are just too good. But this
Yeah.
was the standard back then. Like, we saw things differently back then, but we didn't see these things as realistic. We saw them as just like, yeah,
That's cool.
these look great.
Yeah.
Like, better than before. Ow, shit. And I thought it was neat. I think it's neat.
I like it. I'm glad that you showed me this spook ass level.
Yeah. It's a little spooky.
I don't
Doesn't
like
need to
the
be.
little kids drawn in the
Hey, man. It's kids' room.
there.
So there's a lot more levels and stuff like this in this game. Anybody who's not familiar with old games, they had cheat codes. Those went away. Where are my cheat codes? Where did they go?
DLC.
Yeah, basically. Even like what is it? Grand Theft Auto used to be like nuts with the cheat codes.
Oh,
Even these
yeah.
days, now they're all just like you type in a console command.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was big fun.
That was fun. I had fun playing this, and I also wanted to validate that it sucked. Like, it's not a terrible game. It isn't. But this shit don't hold up.
A lot of them don't.
A lot of them don't.
But I had fun watching.
I had fun playing. Good night, kids.